Hi, my name is Emma, and I'd like to tell you about something that happened to me a couple of years ago in Silver City, New Mexico. I was going through a bad time. I was living in a trailer park at the time, and this happened when I was on my way to see my boyfriend. That night it was quite late. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but it was somewhere between midnight and 3 o'clock. I left the house, turned on the flashlight on my cell phone, and started walking. There was a big orange street light where I had to turn onto the main road before entering the caravan park, which was a short walk away. However, this was the only light I encountered as I walked. There were no lights on the other houses. I could only see the silhouettes of a few houses. I was prone to paranoia, but this was only a 10 to 20 minute walk. There was nothing to be so afraid of, right? I started walking down the street, and my flashlight illuminated almost nothing. I could see a few houses, but as I walked further, I saw a big ditch on the right where I was walking. It was a huge ditch filled with trees, grass, weeds, bushes, and a track to my right was just dirt and hills. I kept looking back to reassure myself that I didn't need to worry, but somehow there was a tension in me. I could see where I could reach the end of the street, a dance studio on the left and a big fence house on the right, almost like a checkpoint. It seemed a bit far to reach under the light. I kept my flashlight straight and walked fast. I could get there in no time. Then I heard these sounds of movement that sounded like steps, but they were not mine. I stopped and shone my flashlight along the ditch, hoping to see someone walking or an animal passing by, but there was no one. "Hello," I shouted, shining my flashlight in the direction of a big and scary tree, but there was nothing. Suddenly I stopped, and I heard a hissing sound from the right side, like a cat or a big animal. I turned my flashlight to the right, and there it was. I stood still, my heart in my throat. It was not an animal. It had white skin, and I could see its spine. I didn't get a good look at its face, but it had long arms and legs. It stood on for legs and started running straight towards me. I had no choice but to run away, and I sped away from the scene. Finally, I reached the lamppost next to the fenced house, and when I got under it, I looked back and the creature had disappeared. I stood there for a moment, thinking that maybe it was just a product of my own fears, or could it really have been a hunter beast? I didn't know. All I knew was that I had to get away from there immediately. I ran to my ex-boyfriend, and when I was in his arms, nothing comforted me like before. I never went back to that trailer park or that road to relive that night, and I hope I never have to. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.